Well, today, Deshaun Jackson and the Brewers are back home for a 7-game homestand here. And, of course, the first 4 games are against the Nationals. And, of course, the last 3 will be against our divisional rivals. And that will be the Chicago Cubs. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Road to the Show here with Deshaun King here on MLB 23. The show. As you take a look here, we're currently in first place right now. Have a nice lead over the Cubbies, who we'll see later on in today's episode when we have a 3-game series there against them. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak, and of course we're trying to keep our streak of at least 1 game and try to go for 2 here today against the Nationals. The Nationals have been on a 4-game skid as of late. As you take a look here, of the last 10 games, they are 3-7. They're 15 games back in their division. And of course, there you see what their last series was against the Cardinals. There, they lost 3 straight against them. So we're going to try to see if we can, dogpile on this and try to add some more losses to their ledger, as they got a tough series coming up after us. They got a nice little 3-game weekend series there with the Miami Marlins coming up, and that'll be a nice divisional game between those two. So there you see the lineup for Washington. Of course, Josiah Gray is going to be the starter here. B potential, 76 overall. He's a righty, 2 years in the league, 26 years of age, 6'1", 210 pounds, from the the Empire State of New York. We'll see him in action here in Game 1 of this series. He is at 22 games he's been in so far here this season. He is 7-9, as he's pitched well over 130 innings this season so far. He's given 122 hits, 46 runs, 45 of those were earned. He's given 19 home runs with 46 walks and 128 strikeouts. He has a 2.96 ERA. His whip at 123. And of course, he's had 18 quality starts, no shutouts, no complete games, but his WAR is at 1.8, which is on the low side there. Starting to build it up there, but better than his at least his WAR right now. He's pitching actually better compared to last year. Just take a look at his WAR there, and of course there you see his Ks per 9, and of course his walks per 9. So he's pitching a little bit better than he did last season, but of course he would like to do better here. So we'll see with King 1 on board here with 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. And of course, King, his bat really has been kind of pretty much everywhere, kind of wobbling around here. As you see, this one just going to have warning track power. And he's been trying his best, trying to adjust to life here in the majors, as he's had a couple of good games. He's on fire. And then there have been a couple of games where he will kind of be out of sight, out of mind and out of sight. He just really doesn't just swinging at pretty much everything, especially as of late. He's been swinging a lot of pitches, chasing stuff outside there. And we'll have to try. We're trying our best to change that up. So we have a boss challenge here in the bottom of the third with nobody out, or excuse me, 1 out and nobody on. This is going to be a pop-up here in high center field, and that's going to be an easy out. That'll be out number 2, as Washington currently right now leads it by 4. Going now to the bottom half of the 5th, and now we're trailing by 3, as he'll get on the outside there, and he will pop this one up with an 0-1 count. And that'll be easily going up the elevator shaft there for the catcher. And that will retire him with 2 away. So bottom of the 8th now coming up here. Still 5-2 here in this one. As he will hit this one down the first base line. A great hit here. This should be extra bases, as he will trot around here to second. And a nice job there getting in the scoring position. So nice double there to get him the inning going here for Milwaukee. As we'll see, Willie will be up next. So now with Willie with an 0-2 count here, we'll see what King can do and see if he can come home. As we'll see nice catch there for the first baseman, and then we do a bad thing there as we take off running. We should have went back to second. as that will, of course, be a quick double play there. Bad running on my part there. So bottom of the ninth here, we'll see with runner on. Of course, I thought the ball was over the guy's head, but when I realized, like, oh, he actually did catch that, it's like, too late. So we'll see here. Bottom of the ninth here with 1 on and 2 out. We're down by a run. We're looking to see if King can try to bring home that run, and well, he goes chasing, like I mentioned earlier before, on that slider, and that retires this one here, as Nationals will take game 1 of this 4-game series, and they'll win this one in a close one. 5-4 is your final. 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Washington. Milwaukee, on the other hand, 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. King goes 1 for 5 in the ball game with a double, and of course, he tried to do his best here today, but made some bad base running decisions, and of course made some horrible decisions at the plate, swinging at those pitches there. So Kevin Higgins will be up next. He's a D potential, 72 overall. He's starting to trend upward here. He's been in the league. He recently got called up. He's a switch hitter and batter. He throws. He's a southpaw from Puerto Rico, 27 years of age, 6'2", 197 pounds. And there you see his starts so far this season. He's been doing pretty good here, even though he's a D potential. 15-4 so far this season. So he has a nice little record there. He's in 23 games so far this season, and he's started all 23 games. He's 140 innings pitched so far this season. He's given up 21 home runs. He has walked 33, and he has struck out 93. He currently has a 2.94 ERA, and as you take a look at his rest of his numbers there, his WAR for his first year is looking pretty good here. He started to trend upward. As right now he has a 1.2 WAR. So the young man, of course, has a four-seamer. I would say that cutter will be another nice one. And, of course, that slider and that sinker as well are his 4 pitches that he has in his repertoire. And we'll see what he can do here against big leaguers here like Sean King here. And, of course, like I said, this is his first year as well. So, there's not much tape on him. So, a lot of these bettors don't know what he's capable of doing, but I'm sure, he's going to, if he can change his game up as he goes along here this season, he could be one of those rookies of the year in pitching, or maybe a Cy Young. We'll see what he does against King here, as this will be the first time these two have met up. And King gets a piece of this one here, high and deep. It's back. It's going to be in the glove of the right fielder, as that is to be a loud out 3 to end the inning. Bottom of the 4th, bases are empty, nobody out. And of course, this will be a good time to be a good leadoff hitter here, as he gets a piece of this one. And this one's going to sky out there to a warning track out there at deep center field for the first out. So far, no good here in these 2 first at-bats here in today's game. We go to the bottom of the 6th with 1 runner on and 1 out. This will be a ground ball over there to the shortstop as they get a quick 4 to 6 to 3 double play, and they get it out of the inning. Nice job there from Washington, get themselves out of that one. As now we'll go to the bottom half of the 8th. Runners on the corners now at first and third with 2 out. And of course, we would like to try to extend this lead that we currently have right now as a 2-run lead. Let's see if we can try to make it 3-run lead, as we're going to try to see if we can drive this runner in. And second thought, we're just going to do a contact swing to try to drive the runner in here. So we'll see if we can do that, as he has a 1-0 count on him. Looking for something up the middle here, but he'll get a chopper. And this is not what we're looking for here. We try to run down the first base line to get to first, and we get thrown out there quickly. That retires the side. And, of course, that is hopefully going to, got us enough there to get the win, as we are going to get the victory here in Game 2 of this series. Final score, 2-0. Milwaukee will pull off the victory. King goes 0 for 4. Not much work from him, but Milwaukee, 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Washington, no runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, as they had a tough time not to be able to do anything. We scored a 3rd, and it looks like in the 8th innings there. So we've been really having trouble here as of late scoring in a lot of innings, and especially for King, he's been having trouble trying to score when runners are in scoring position. So Trevor Williams will be up next here, and that's where I'm trying my best to try to get, we get in those situations. We got to turn those situations in favor of us. We'll see if we can try to turn that around here today against Trevor Williams as we get to the third game of this 4-game series. 22 starts so far he's been in. He's been involved. He's been in 22 games. He's started 18 of those. He's 5-10 for the season. He's pitched over 100 innings so far this season as he's given up 50 runs. Gave up 49 of those were earned. 13 home runs. He struck out 64. And there you see his WAR at 1.1 this season. Of course, he's had no complete game, no complete games, no shutouts, but he's had 10 quality starts so far this season. So game 3, let's see if we can turn things around here. Defensively, we've been playing pretty well. Offensively, still having trouble, like I said, in runners in scoring position. As we do have a runner on first this time around with 1 out. And there you see his average right now, 314. So very modest, but good average right now for him. As we'll see the pitch here, and he'll take the first pitch and crank this one over to right field. That's going to be a double there. We see him do this in game 2 of the series, and he'll actually have that runner come around from first to score home as they'll put the first run on the board there. So a nice RBI double for King. As we take a look here, and a nice hustle there from the lead runner coming around from first to score. And King, of course, now got himself in scoring position now. Let's see if we can keep this going here for ourselves as we have Willie up next. 29 home runs, currently leads leads our team in most home runs, but right now in second place in home runs across the league. As Willie here hits this one there, that's going to go into the glove of the left fielder here, and again we get caught in our base running here as we do not pay attention, and we get caught in that double play. Got to quit doing that. 0-2 count here for King, and he'll swing and a miss, and that's going to leave that runner stranded there at first. Nice job there for the pitcher, ramping up and just firing that one against King. So now King has runners on first and second, and on a 0-2 count, he's going to get caught in the double play there, and that is going to get the wipe 2 off the board. That's a 4-6-3 double play as he keeps the runner in position there at third on that one. So it's now 7-0 here in the bottom half of the 7th, as we'll see him chase this one there on the 0-2. And again, they're just doing a great job here of just getting him the chase, and we're just definitely biting on those. Got to try to turn that around here quickly. Bases are bases are loaded here, top half of the 8th. We have a 6-run ball game here for Milwaukee, and a 1-2 count for Call. As now we're trying to see if we can throw this runner out from third, and that's just going to be a relay throw in, keeping the runners at first and second at bay, and they'll score another run, making it 7-3. And of course, that will be your final in this one here today, as we take game number 3, 7-2 is your final. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for us. As for Washington, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Nats. As King goes 1 for 4 in the ball game, a double and an RBI for him. So Joan Adon will be up to the pitch here, as we've seen a little bit of him in that last game there. We've seen coming as a reliever, and now he will make a start here today. He's 245 pounds, 6'2", and he's a C potential with a 6'6" overall. He's been in the league for about a good year now, and of course there you see his numbers. He's had he's been in 46 games so far this season, with his first start just as recent, and of course today he'll be making his second start of the season. He's 5-11 right now this season, with a 105.1 innings pitched now. And there you see his rest of his numbers. He's given up 18 home runs, and he has a 5.98 ERA. So this is going to be a pitcher. He's normally I guess in the bullpen, but today he is going to make a start here, his second time now this season. I guess they don't have too many starters for Washington this season, and so now he's got a chance here to kind of help himself out here, lower that ERA, and of course maybe try to stun his coaching staff here, and maybe try to be the normal starter in this rotation, because it looks like they need a starter here. They look like they've been pulling guys from out of the bullpen as of late. Just make a couple spot starts here and there. As we'll see, this one hit right back to the pitcher, and that's going to be a quick out, and that's going to retire the side here for King. So we'll go bottom of the fourth here. Bases are empty, one out, and King goes chasing there off that one. That one's going to fly over to right field, and that's going to be in the glove of the right fielder, and that's going to retire him at this at-bat with 2 away now. Bottom of the sixth, we are trailing now by 4, with the bases are empty and nobody out. So we're trying to lead off here on the right foot here as we have the 2-2 count. That ball is going to get its rocket over there to the shortstop. Nice snag there, and King, and you see, can't believe it, but yeah, it's true. Good catch there from the shortstop. So now bottom of the eighth, we are now definitely trailing here in this one. We're trailing by 7. And 0-1 count. This is going to be a chopper right from the plate. They're going to throw King out very quickly, and they do so to wrap this one up here. And I think that might be it, as there's not too much we can do in this one. So we end up splitting the series up now 2 games apiece, and we'll try to see if we can try to come back to the next time we play against these guys here in a couple of weeks, actually a couple episodes from now. We'll see if we can try to dominate them, but today it was pretty much a push between the two of us, as they both took 2 games apiece. And of course, we would lose this one in a just bad fashion, 12-4. And that one, so we go another 0-4 there for King. So now as we take a quick timeout here, we're taking a look here at the Cubbies, and now we see last time we almost got close to getting leapfrogged by the Cubbies here, and today now we have a nice little subtle lead. We have a 4.5 game lead over them. We're trying to see if we can push them back even further. But you see there now 6-4 in the last 10 games for the Cubbies, and Cubbies are starting to realize that this is a great opportunity to try to bounce back and try to take number 1 spot here. But our job here today is, of course, to maintain the lead or try to really increase it here against these Cubbies. So you see the lineup there for them. Of course, Drew Smiley comes back to this club here. He's a southpaw, 12 years in the league, B potential, and he has a 76 overall. We'll try to see if if we can get things going here. 12 years in the league, 34 years of age. He's been 23 games so far this season. He's made all 23 starts. And then, of course, there you see he is 6 of 9 on the record-wise here this season. 120 innings of work he has been involved in so far here in this season, as he's given up 133 hits, 65 walks, or 65 runs. 60 of those were earned. 16 home runs, 30 walks he's given up, and of course 95 strikeouts that he has dealt out here this season. 450 average, so a pretty high average. He's one of those ground ball guys that can get you out. Doesn't necessarily, not necessarily have to strike you out, but occasionally he can from time to time. But let's take a look here, and we'll see the rest of his numbers there. Starter, quality start there. He's got 10 of those, and of course his WAR at 1.7 there for the season. So here we are, game 1 of this series here against the second place Cubbies, and of course this is a divisional game, so things are going to get nasty and very personal here. And so Of course, especially in a situation like this when we have a 4.5 game lead over them, you're gonna try to do their damage to get this. Try to chip away at this. Try to chip away, at least try to chip away, and try to get a little bit of ground on us here in the division. And we'll see a 0-1 count. This one pitch going to go up. It's going to go deep, and it's going to go back as King says, nah, not today, son. As he hits this one out right out of the ballpark there. Beautiful shot there as he hits his 22nd home run of the season. And that's a beautiful solo shot. And so you see Christian Yelich and the rest of his teammates love seeing what King has done. Of course, they would like to see more of that, especially when runners in scoring position. But like I said, that's been a here and there situation. But he definitely steps up here today at this one, going 426 feet deep to left. So now bottom of the third, 2 away, and nobody on board here. We'll see if we can try to get something here. So we got to try to record a hit or record a hit by taking the first pitch. So there's the first pitch. And that's a 12-6 changeup. We'll see what he can try to do here. Maybe take another pitch or two. As he gets a hold of this one here, this one's going to go high. It's going to go deep center field, and that one is going to be caught at the wall. Nice hustle there from the center fielder getting that one, and still in a potential double on that play. Bottom half of the fifth, the bases are empty, and now 0-2 count. He swings on this one as Milwaukee has a 4-run lead. Drew Smyly trying to fight back in this one and keep his team alive. Bottom of the seventh, and we'll see this pitch here. This one going to get floated over there to right field, and that's going to be out number 3, and that's going to retire the side on that one. And, of course, we hold on to the lead and turn that lead into a win. Great victory here over the Cubbies as we take game 1 of this series. Final score 7-1 in this one as King, of course, hits 1 for 4 for the day. Home run, his 22nd home run of the season. Milwaukee, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. And Chicago, 1 run, 5 hits. No errors there in this game. As King, of course, started off with that solo shot there in the bottom half of the first. And it didn't look back then. After that, he scored at least a run in those first 4 innings there to start off. So Julio Urias will pitch here today. He's an A potential, 91 overall, southpaw for the Cubbies. He's been in the league for 7 seasons. And this is his first year in Chicago. Since then, he was a Dodger for the longest time there. Of course, winning a ring with them as far as back as, 2020. But there you see 24 starts he's been in so far this season. He's started in all 24. 7-10 right now. A little bit of struggle. He's, he's under 500 right now in wins and losses. But he's pitched in over 140 innings so far this season. He's given up 19 home runs. He's walked 35 and he struck out 118. So he can strike guys out. And the Mexican-born pitcher showing off with that 3.91 ERA. And we'll see what he can do. Of course, he has 1 quality game. 10 quality starts, and he has 1 closeout. How was it? I can't remember now what it was there. But nonetheless, he's having a pretty good year here so far, and we'll see if he can have a better game here today against King. Of course, for King, he's got to just show what he did there in that first game, and kind of produce the same thing here in this one. Unfortunately, he will sky this one over to the right, and they will snag that one for the out. Now retire the side here as they leave 2 stranded. So now 2 on and 2 out here in the top half of the fourth. Cubbies down by 2. And, of course, Tony Kemp up to bat here. 0 for 1 for him, and this is going to be a pop-up here. This is going to go high, deep, and back. Can King get to it? No, he cannot. That's going to hop over the fence, and Kemp is going to get an RBI double. And it's going to be considered a ground rule double there, as they'll keep now the runners at second and third on the board. As that was just a bad play there off of King. As King, I don't know what he was doing there, but I think his reaction there was just a little late getting to that ball where it was going to land it at. Bottom of the fourth here, bases are empty and nobody out. King here slaps this one over there to right field, base hit. That's going to get him on board, and that's how you want the fourth inning to go here. So let's see if we can keep it up, as Walker will be up next. He's 0 for 1 here today. And, of course, Julio is now up to 41 pitches, and he'll go over here and check on King, as King will be safe there at first. So Julio trying to keep King in at bay here. We'll see what King's going to do here. Maybe he'll jump off and steal here, but no. This ball's going to be hit there to third base. This is going to be a good routine double play, and that's going to wipe off. Yeah, 2 runners there. 5-4-3 double play. Nice job there from the third baseman, getting this one around the horn, as that's going to end that inning. They get that inning to end very quickly. 3-1 now here in the bottom half of the 6th. Bases are empty, 2 out, and they're going to sky this one over to right field, as right fielder has to come in there on that one. So now runner on first. Walker up again here. 3-1 ball game. We're trying to look for some insurance runs here in the bottom half of the 6th. 1-2 count here on Walker. And the pitch, and Walker's going to drill this one there to the second baseman. That should be a routine play, and that's a 4-2 or 4-3 put out there on that at bat. Now on Walker. Now we'll see King here hits this one up the middle. No one's going to get to this one, and King gets himself a nice single here in the bottom half of the 8th with 1 out. So nice job, as we have a 3-run lead here in the 8th inning, and trying to tack on at least another run or 2 for ourselves. In order to do that, we have to get Walker, and Walker's going to have to try to get himself on board here. And so far, not so much luck here today for him. He's 0 for 3, but he will be able to draw a walk this time, and that's going to put him on board at first base. So runners on first and second, and we'll see what Gio can do, as Merriweather here having a bit of a problem there on the hill. 25 pitches in, he's now got 2 runners on board, and this popped up here. This looks like it's going to be shallow left field here. This is going to be a nice run here for King to get down the line, and he will, and still score a run. Nice hustle, and we'll see that we'll come out with another victory here against the Cubbies. Nice job here. That's now 2 straight here on the Cubs, as we win this one 5-1 is your final score. As King goes 3 for 4 in the ball game with 3 singles, and of course a run there scored. As Milwaukee 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Chicago 1 run, 8 hits, no errors, and a good game there for Milwaukee, as King really starting to light it up here and start to getting those multiple hits here in the game. We'll see if he can do that here today against Marcus Stroman, the last game of this 3-game series. And of course, if we can sweep this one here, this will definitely put some space between us and the Cubbies today. As we take a look at Marcus Stroman, he's been in 22 games so far this season. He has made 22 starts. He is he's won 7 and lost 6. He's pitched 133 and a third innings of work. He's given up 108 at bats, or 108 hits, I should say. 46 runs, 43 of those were earned. He's given up several home runs here this season, as well as 47 walks, and he has struck out 119. So he is a strikeout guy. We know this for sure. He's played for teams like Toronto, and of course, played for Toronto, and then of course he got traded to the Mets, and just recently here he got picked up by the Cubbies in the offseason. And there you see, of course, he's been out with them. This is his 3rd year with the Cubbies. A couple off seasons ago, he was picked up. So Milwaukee trying to come out here and, dare I say, bring out the brooms here today and try to get a nice sweep over the Cubbies, who right now in this series have only been able to scrape up a run in the first 2 games alone. Doesn't look too good here on their part in this one here today in Game 3. So there you see the home run leaders right now for Milwaukee. And you see Willie almost got 30. You got 29 right now. And of course, King and Walker falling right behind there with 22 apiece. So 0-1 count, or I should say 1-0 count with 2 on. King going to hit this one here. He's going to sky this one over the left field. Hopefully this one is going to go over the fence. And nope, it's going to be short at the fence, as he cannot, again, bring home runners here in scoring position now. And he is well known for doing that. Especially we've seen that quite a bit there in the minors, as he'll swing and miss there on that third strike, on that drop third strike. And they'll throw him out there at first base. Bottom of the 6th, runners on the corners here. Nobody out. King here pops this one here high and deep over to right field. That's going to drop down. One runner is going to come across. Second runner is huffing down the line. He's going to come in, and that's going to be a nice 2 RBI double for King, his 28th of the season. And the Milwaukee Brewers are fired up here, as they are leading by 2. So nice job there from Milwaukee, stepping up and showing off what they can do with the bats here, especially with King now in scoring position here. Hopefully we can. This will be one of many here in situations like that. Like I said, we have not seen too many of those, especially in multiple games. Here, from here and there, he'll get a chance. He'll find a good pitch. He can drive home a run, but we need him to do that more often than a game, game here, a game there. So now McMahon will be up next. 2 runners on board, or excuse me, 2-0 lead here with a runner on board at second. That'll be King. Of course, 1 out. We'll see if McMahon can help us out. He pops this one here. This one looks like it's going to be shallow left field. And we're going to have the tag there at, go back to second there, as that's now 2 away here on Milwaukee. So Milwaukee, now next batter here will be Christian Walker. He's 0 for 2 here, and of course he would like to have a big go here, as he has not had a good series so far here. I think that said it was 2 for 11 for him so far this in this series. So we'll see this will pop up here. This is going to be deep, or going to be actually pretty shallow. And the center fielder is going to get there on time, making the catch and ending the at-bat. So no such luck there. We'll see what we can try to do now here on the next at-bat here from King. King 1 for 3 for the day with 1 runner on board, nobody out. 2-1 count. And the pitch, and this is going to be a nice perfect. That's going to get past the shortstop here. Going to roll all the way back to the warning track there. Runner's going to come around to score, and it's going to put us in a nice 2-run lead here late in this one, as it's 3-1. As Willie will be up next here now. We'll see if the big dog here can try to bring us home with a swing of a bat. As we'll see this one here, that's going to go hot to the hot corner there, as the third baseman gets that one there, and he is Willie, of course, not liking that at all. And of course the third baseman might want to check his glove there. I don't know if he has a hand or not, because he got that one pretty quick. So now Ryan McMahon will be up next, 0 for 3. And of course Thompson here trying to pick us off, and we'll get back to second base. Now King here trying to play some mind games with the pitcher, and again they will try to throw him off, try to get the pick off there at second. 3-1 count here against McMahon, and again they're going to do another check there on King to make sure he is paying attention. 3-1 count. It's 3-1. Milwaukee leads, as we'll see ball 4 now being drawn. And that's a nice job here. Nice work there from King getting inside that pitcher's head. Now can he do it again here and give us a nice little mistake pitch there to Walker. So again, put some more runs on the board here. 2 runners on board here at first and second. And 0-2 count here for Walker. As he hits this one there, and that's going to be a turn play there. They're going to get the lead runner there at second. And that's going to retire the side here. 2-run lead. Yeah, we lead. As we go now to the top half of the ninth, it's still 3-1 with 2 out. And a 1-2 count here. So we'll see a pop up here. This is going to be a shallow center field, and we're able to get this one here, and that is going to retire this ball game here, and we will win this one, and we'll actually sweep the Cubbies, these lovable Cubbies, right out of the building here at American Family, as we get the dub again for the 3rd time now here in this series. So that definitely should put some space between us and them. Nice little gap there for second place. 2 for 4 in the ball game for King. He had 2 doubles and 3 RBIs, as well as a couple of runs, as we win this one 3-1. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Milwaukee. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for Chicago. For Chicago. And we take a look here, and right now we got a nice little lead. 6-game lead over Chicago, should say a 7.5 game lead over the Cubbies. But look who's back in second place. Yeah, it's the Reds, and they currently right now are hot right now on a 4-game winning streak. Of the last 10, they are 6-4 right now, and of course we're right now 7-3 in the last 10. We're on a 3-game winning streak as well. Cubbies going on a 4-game losing streak. Cardinals, of course, lost a game, and the Pirates still down there in the hole down there with back 12 games. They're on a 4-game winning streak of their own, and we'll see them coming up here very soon. Actually, we'll see both of those teams, the Cardinals and Pirates, coming up here in the series. But there you see, we got a nice little series coming up, midweek series there with Miami, and we're going on. That'll be a nice little 6-game road trip, as we'll take on the Miami in 3 games, and of course we'll take on Kansas City in the last 3 of that nice weekend series there with them before we head back home, and of course play against the Pirates and the Cardinals for 4. So yeah, dog days of the season are coming down to it. We're in the month of August, and of course September calls will be coming up here soon, so I'm sure we'll get a couple of guys getting called up to help us out. And of course right now we're in the driver's seat. We have the division. Okay, and the question is, can we hold on to the division? We've got a lot of division games coming up in the next couple of episodes here, so we'll see if we can maintain that. And of course, we're still working on that, that issue with King with runners in scoring position there to help him out. And hopefully that will change here. Especially, we really need him to get things going here as we go into getting close to the playoffs. So we got to get some hot bats going here. This team's got to turn a lot of things around before we head to the postseason. But if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. And of course, don't forget our other Roadshow characters. We have abundance of those on the main channel, and there should be links down below in the description for those series as well. And of course, stick around for more content here on ESGNet plus LP. And like I said, don't forget our main channel over on ESGNet. As always, guys, hopefully you guys have a great day and keep yourselves and each other healthy. And I will see you all next time.